Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Fiery Moon, and I'm here just doing a quick little energy check-in as it pertains to the Counterpart Collective. I was, just sitting here getting ready for bed and was guided to see what the current energy is, in the moment right now for the Counterpart and or Twin Flame Collective. So as always, just take what resonates and leave the rest. The cards are already laid out. And yeah, there's going to be no clarification. So we're going to jump right in. For the overall energy, we have the Fool. And when this card came out, I said it like I got the song, like I can feel it in the air. And like the Fool energy speaks to, new beginnings, taking a risk, and especially like the way, like just from the imagery on the card, you can feel like there's something, coming. So then I asked, what is the mutual energy of the connection? And I got the Four of Wands as well as the Lovers. And this is making me feel like union is upon us. Like you can feel the, union coming together. The Four of Wands represents, it is the twin flame card. It does, speak to coming together, a building of the foundation. And then, it represents home and celebration. But then with the Lovers here, it's almost as if, both counterparts, the masculine and the feminine, are feeling this energy. It almost feels like there is a strong pull that is being shared between the masculine and the feminine. So looking at the masculine energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Star, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Swords. And the energy that I'm getting, off of this is basically like the divine masculine is ready to begin investing in the connection, the 5D connection more. It feels like, they've invested a lot of time, energy, and effort into the 3D with that Seven of Pentacles. It almost feels like hoping and praying for a new beginning. But the new beginning that they seek is spiritual with the Star energy. And in order for them to obtain this new beginning with the Ace of Wands, they must leave the past behind with the Six of Swords. I do feel like the masculine may be going through something emotional at this time. But I feel like the masculine is almost ready to, like, the overall energy, which could be for both the masculine and the feminine, is, taking that risk, taking that leap of faith. They've put in all they could put in from, as far as the 3D perspective goes. And now it's almost like they're ready to invest in that connection that they have to source and spirit. It's almost as if they're being guided. Especially with the Six of Swords, they're coming out of a place of, conflict, mental conflict. The water is what's making me feel like, it's emotional. And as you can see, she has a suitcase in her hand. So they, packed up and, it almost feels like they're headed towards the connection. Now for the divine feminine, we have the Eight of Cups, the Hangman, the Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. And this is making me feel like, you know, the divine feminine has walked away and, you know, with the Eight of Cups, has left this love behind. And headed, you know, she's walking towards the sun here on the Eight of Cups. So her spiritual journey is leading her to go towards, you know, her happiness. It's like it almost in a way feels like she has given up because of the stagnation with the Hanged Man energy here. But there was, you know, some enlightenment that was gained from this period of stagnation or separation. But it was like, especially with the Six of Pentacles here, along with the Four of Cups, you know, they're saying like was tired of waiting for this connection to, you know, come into balance, you know, physically. The Six of Pentacles speaks to, you know, it is, you know, Pentacles, so that is physical energy, but waiting for, you know, that balance to come in the physical. With the Four of Cups, it's like, you know, she became almost, you know, it could be looked at as like discontent and bored, you know, and, you know, ultimately, like, it's giving me the feeling of like, when is this ever going to come? But what the feminine is not seeing is that Ace of Cups that she walked away from to head towards her happiness is coming back in here on the Four of Cups. And once I got all the cards out, the bottom of the deck was the Tower. So this lets me know there's going to be a sudden change. A sudden shakeup as it pertains to this connection. You know, the Tower represents, you know, change and transformation. You see the butterflies on it. But it's almost like this Tower is a spiritual tower that's coming. And I almost feel like there's something that's going to play out physically in both of the masculine and the feminine's reality that is going to cause this new beginning, which will lead to union. I'm gonna see what's up under the Tower. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. Because it makes me feel like with the Ten of Swords, it makes me feel like hurt, betrayals. You know, tens represent endings, and with the birds here, you know, it is swords energy. It's making me feel like the negative thoughts from both sides. That is what the Tower is blowing apart. Let's see what else we got. Yep, and we have the Ace of Cups. I love it. With the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh. So yes. The negative thinking patterns, they said, as it pertains to the collective, is what is being almost dismantled by this Tower, so that this love can come in and also come together. With the Ten of Pentacles. Because I believe both the masculine and the feminine have been overthinking it. More so the masculine energy I'm getting, where the feminine has been, you know, working on her healing with the Four of Swords. But it's almost like between the Four and the Five of Swords is the Ace of Swords, in which the King of Swords here has, and he actually has two. There's one behind him and one in his hand. So there's a truth that the masculine knows, and there's a truth that the masculine is holding on to as well. So yes, I love it. I think this is going to come as a shock to both the masculine and the feminine in regards to the connection actually coming together. And I am going to get part of my setup because, like I said, I wasn't planning on even doing a reading, but I am going to clarify and get a guidance or advice card for the masculine. What's the guidance or advice for the masculine? What's the guidance or advice for the masculine? I love it. I'll show you guys in 1 second the guidance or advice for the feminine. Thank you, Spirit, because the confirmation always comes through. And the guidance or advice from Spirit as it pertains to the mutual energy of the connection. Guidance or advice or message from Spirit as it pertains to the collective or the energy. Excuse me. Yes, I fucking love it. I love it. You cannot make this shit up even if you tried. So you guys heard what I just said just when I was clarifying the bottom of the deck. And the guidance or advice for the masculine is the Ace of Swords. Came right out. So masculine energy, is time to, you know, like I said, I felt like there's some clarity that the masculine is gaining, but it's almost time, they just said, like, to get real with yourself in regards to this connection, in regards to the stairs are making me feel like this, your ascension. It's time for you to elevate mentally. And it also feels like there may be some communication behind it as well. So you may be receiving some communication from the masculine. And then the guidance or advice for the feminine was the Two of Pentacles. You know, some feminines, you know, may feel like, you know, they don't want this. So it almost makes me feel like with the Two of Pentacles, you have a decision to make, feminines. Like they just said, like, the choice is yours. You can continue, you know, heading towards your happiness, and not to say like there's not happiness with this masculine, but you have to do what's best for you. Because this journey has taught you. So, you know, at this stage right now, you have to just do what's best for you, but the decision is yours with the Two of Pentacles. They just said, oh my God, what's the song? Do I stay or do I go? I don't know if that's the name of the song, but that's what they said. So some of you feminines may be, you know, grappling with that idea. But the message from Spirit is the Empress as it pertains to the mutual energy of the connection. and they just said birth of a new. Birth of a new. So this connection is going to be the birth of something new. And especially coupled with the Fool for that overall energy, I mean, the cards are really speaking for themselves, because this is bottom of the deck, and then that'll be the reading. We have the Chariot. You could not make this shit up. We have the Chariot. So it almost makes me feel like the masculine energy is coming forward, is taking action, taking charge in this connection. Yep, the Wheel of Fortune. You cannot make this shit up. Because they're no longer, it almost makes me feel like with the Two of Swords up under that, they're no longer, it almost feels like able to, I won't even say resist. No, they're no longer able to almost, they said turn a blind eye to what's going on, because it's causing them so much pain and anxiety with the Nine of Swords. But they were, between the 2 and the 9 is the 7. They were deceiving themselves, deceiving, or, you know, causing self-deception in regards to this connection, and they can no longer do that. It was causing them too much pain. The separation, the self-deception, way too much pain to be separated from. The feminine showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. So the masculine showed up as the King of Swords, and the feminine showed up as the Queen of Pentacles. Grounded, solid, sure of herself, comfortable. And I love the depiction on this card, because as you can see, it's like she already knows. She knows her value. She knows her worth. So she's not worried. And it almost makes me feel like she may even be harnessing some of the Queen of Swords energy as well. And then look what we have here. Justice. And they just said it's all being worked out. You cannot make this shit up. You really can't. So that was just a quick check-in for the Counterpart Collectives. And there we have it. You can feel it in the air. They keep saying that. Union is upon us. And remember, look. Then we have the High Priestess. Yep. It's time for that new beginning. And it's coming by way of a Tower moment. Back to where we started. Yes, I love it. So, as always, guys, I thank you for tuning in with me. I definitely hope it resonated for some of you. And remember, we do have the Mars and Venus conjunction. I want to say it happens on the same day as the full moon. Which is going to be in Leo. So it's coming together. It's coming together, and they keep repeating. You can feel it in the air, because we're getting closer to this union and the birth of, and they said birth of a new. So here we have it, guys. As always, like I said, I thank you guys for tuning in with me. I definitely hope it resonated for some of you. And I will see you guys on the next reading. All right. Later.